Team Blader.
Like the original book by Philip K. Dick or the movie.
The movie.
All right, so we are talking about the movie version. I like both of them very much, but there are some major differences.
So let me stop at that. Let me show you
in the
another
story.
one.
Did you ever
This
see
is
yourself
humanoid.
hanging out?
This is robot design in form of human being. You could hear her as she was responding to a journalist, you know. So see another one. This is in form of an insect. I hope you could see my screen. See that insect? That's not an ordinary insect. That is a drone insect, form of a robot. You know, that's camera and spy on people. You know, so that's another one. Another one. All of these are...
This bionic wheelbot is not only able to exhibit unique movements, it's likewise able to adapt perfectly to just about any environment and traverse even the toughest of terrains. But it's this robotic spy crab that's fast revolutionizing how we study animal behaviors, as well as taking our understanding of these crustaceans to unprecedented levels. In this video, we've detailed 20 amazing robot animals that will absolutely blow your mind. Number 20. Robot Dolphin. Now, just imagine walking into SeaWorld and being greeted by not only live animals, but by a pod of incredibly realistic robotic dolphins, jumping and flipping through the air just like their real counterparts. And while this may seem like a futuristic fantasy, the truth is, it could soon become a reality thanks to the incredible works of Edge Innovations. These robots are not only a substitute for their live counterparts, they're also a technological marvel and are already revolutionizing the way that we think about live animal shows and marine conservation. Using their advanced AI, sensors, and programming, they're able to learn and adapt to their environment, interact with humans, and even respond to commands.
The illusion of a live dolphin and the ability to interact with it.
These robotic dolphins from Edge Innovations are so advanced that they can mimic the behaviors and movements of real dolphins with stunning accuracy. And with over 3,000 live dolphins currently held in captivity for entertainment purposes, this company hopes that their robots will help to reduce the practice of keeping wild animals in captivity. In addition to these dolphins, the company has said that swimmers will likewise be able to dive with great robotic white sharks and even Jurassic-era reptiles from the sea from millions of years ago in the near future. Number 19. Robotic Biohybrid Zebrafish. The idea of a robotic fish paving the way to an artificial heart. Zebrafish is yet another instance of...
Are you a professional looking to immigrate legally to the United States? Today we're going to talk about one of the
of AI and robotics playing a crucial role in finding a lasting solution to a pertinent...
Let me stop that as well. Let's check this too.
Spy Crab is ready to capture what's about to unfold.
This is a robot. Spy Crab. See the eyes?
The real crabs have been sealed in their burrows for months, avoiding the worst of the yearly drought. Now they emerge en masse. Each female carries thousands of eggs in a protective pouch beneath her belly. United by a common goal, they begin their march to the sea. The few soon become an army. They haven't
that
eaten
is,
for
you could
months
see that
and are hungry for
it's
anything
different
they
from the
can
normal
find.
crab. His own height is quite different. This one is a robot.
Sometimes even each other. But a robotic crab won't satisfy anyone's hunger. All in working order, Spy Crab rejoins the march to the sea.
Now tell me, who is that cameraman that will stand
Since human
and take
settlers
those
arrived,
shots?
the crabs have
That's quite
faced hurdles
impossible.
never found in nature.
It's possible because, you know, a spy crab was introduced.
The smallest try to squeeze through. The rest have just one option: to climb. No problem with 6 powerful legs to help.
All right, let me stop at that as well. Yeah. So back to our slides. All right, other I've just joined tonight, thank you. Welcome to class tonight. Please, let's ensure we join the class on time because we will not wait. Once I give like 5 minutes grace, 8:05, then we kickstart. And so that we can always run fast. Okay, so today, this is our class 2, and we are looking at this lesson 2, components of a robot. All of them have something in common. They have similar parts in common. So let's look at it quickly. Components of a robot. We have input units. These are mostly sensors through which the robot gets information about its environment. That is very critical. You saw the crab the last time with eyes. So it needs sensors, either to sense temperature, either to sense the sound, either to sense an obstacle, either to sense the environment, So there are sensors, that a robot use, to get information about its environment. Okay, that is for input unit. Then arithmetic and logic unit, just like we learned under computer. Hope you know that robotics is still part of computer engineering program or computer engineering course. So all of those things are still is an advanced level. Okay, then all of this is the information processing unit of the robot. It is governed by the code it is executing. Don't forget that. So the processing, it has to process when to move, when to stop, when to fly, when to stay, and all of that, when to turn around. All of those can actually be programmed into a robot. Then output unit, these are displays, speakers, electronics, electrical, mechanical, magnetic, electro, pneumatic, electro hydraulic actuators through which the robot actualizes its responses to process. That is, if it says anything, should an alarm be sounded or what, or should trigger something, or should do something, when something happens like that, these are the things. Then control programs, these are written instructions that determines the behavior of the robot. Okay, all right, components of the robot. So input units, a human has 5 senses, and with them, the human can interact with his or an environment. A robot can have one or more inputs, that is sensors. Don't forget sensors, depending on the function and purpose of the robot. The more the sensors, the more versatile a robot can be. Input units, that is sensor, are means a robot receives instruction about his surrounding. Very critical. Okay. So these are examples of sensors. So when you open any robot, you will always find these sensors depending on the function it will perform. We have infrared sensor is a system of infrared light emitting and receiving diodes. They are used for proximity and line tracking. Okay. Proximity, that is, what's the closeness to an obstacle. You will see it live, as we go on. Temperature sensors are sensors that can sense states and changes in temperature of the environment. A robot can be programmed that after a particular temperature, something should trigger. Probably it should sound an alarm or whatever. Humidity sensor. This is the amount of moisture present in the soil or air. All right. There are farms where they use robots. If the humidity is low, then or you can use it as an irrigation. If the water level is okay, then you stop and something like that. So it is used for several things. Inductive proximity sensors for detecting the presence of objects at close range. So then we have ultrasonic sensor, also called range finder, is a sonar or sound sensor for determining the distance of near objects. Then we have light sensors, also called LDR, light dependent resistor. Is a sensor for detecting light intensity. Its resistance increases with decrease in light intensity on its surface. So these are various, all of this just for you to know what operates within a robot. See this ultrasonic sensor is looking like the eyes. That is what it uses actually to see, to detect obstacles or an object that is near. Gas sensor is a sensing for detecting and measuring intensity of gas like methane, butane, and cooking gas. Alcohol sensor is for detection and measurement of alcohol content of the air or substance. Touch sensors for detecting touch, like humanoid now. When you touch that robot, you can sense, it can sense the environment or sense that somebody touches her. Then we have color sensors, for detection and measurement of RGB property of a color. We have tilt sensor for tilt detection and measurement. We have speed sensor for the measurement of speed of an object or robot. All of you drone, how it's been driven. So it works at speed. You can make it fast, it can slow down, it can walk in slow motion and all of that. So for the purpose of this lecture, or for this, we'll be looking at this because these are educational robots. This is the starting point for any of you who is in this class, and probably even in your school. There are educational robots. That's the basics where children are taught how to program. So they did it in form of a car. I have this type. Probably one of these days I'm going to show you live. You see it, then how we make it work, how you make it run, and all of that. So this is, we call it AI starter sensors. Sorry. Okay, we'll get back. All right. So AI starter robot has 6 sensors. 6. And I want you to master that. 6. It has button, it has ultrasonic sensor, it has infrared sensor, it has light sensor, it has color sensor, it has geomagnetic sensor. Just like we have explained the other time, these are the 6 types of sensors that is found in these starter kit. We call it starter robotic kit. So control unit, just like the brain, the control unit is the brain of the robot. It receives inputs from sensors, processes them, and returns an output in form of single bit, serial or parallel electrical signal to output unit. It is the arithmetic and logical unit of the robot. It sits between input and output devices. Its actions are governed by the control program. Okay, that's the control unit. Control unit can be made up of microcontrollers. Then we have microprocessors. You will see it when you open the panel of that car, that robotic car or kit. You will see some of these things that we are talking about. You will see how it's been assembled. You will see it live and direct. Okay, AI starter controller unit. AI starter controller unit is a microcontroller made by Arduino with the name Arduino Mega 2560. It sits at the heart of the AI starter motherboard. That is the micro, just like we have a processor, is the controller. You could see it is the flat through that arrow. That is the brain of that kit. That's the brain, So you are taught how can you program that kit. There are various kits today, and I know probably in your school, if they have some of these kits, they will have shown you. There are various kits today, but this one that we're using, they will always have, there will be a microcontroller or a processor that controls it. So that controller is called what? Arduino Mega 2560. All right. Then output devices. Don't forget, input devices are the sensors the robot uses to detect the environment. Output is the response. You want it to speed, you want it to flashlight, you want it to make a particular sound, those are the outputs, These are robot means of response to input processes. They receive control signals from the microcontroller, don't forget, and respond accordingly. These include light emitting diode, buzzer to make sound, speaker producing modulated sound, LCD liquid crystal display, servo motor to speed, stepper motor, suction cup, electrical actuators, electromagnetic actuators. So we'll get to know these, we'll see some of them live. Okay, so look at the output devices now. These are the speakers, these are the buzzer, these are the display unit, the LEDs, and all of that, or LCD, they come in form of this output devices. These are actuators. All these are, some of them are just motors, that serves as the leg or the wheel of the robot, of the kit. Okay, they are the controlling mechanism for movement majorly. Then AI output devices, still buzzer, LED, stepper, encoder motor, servo motor, just like that, they are part of it. We have them here. So you saw buzzer the other time, speakers and buzzer, you have the speakers there, you have the buzzer there, okay, just for you to see. All right. So AI starter kit. So look at this kit now. I'm going to show, let me see what the time is. Let me see if we can still, or maybe I'm going to, all right, okay. I will give you as an assignment, I will send the link to our platform tonight for you to see how that motor is in its state. When you buy the carton, I'm going to show you, when you buy the carton, when you buy the kit, the parts are all over the place. Then you now need to assemble it one after the other. You assemble the car, you assemble the tire, you assemble the panel, you assemble. So I'm going to send a video tonight on how this is being assembled, for you to see. That is a kit. All right. So look at it now. It is a robot designed with no soldering assembly technique, using brass stubs to fix control board and ribbon cables to connect each board, of which the layer is clear. Okay, When they open that carton, you will see all of these components in there. You see, this is where you have the Arduino board, microcontroller. Then you have some other things there. You have the sensors there. The screws are there also. So you see it. So part of the AI starter kit, you have the motherboard. So if I ask you what's the motherboard now, is the very first board here. Is the very first board. That's the board. That's the motherboard. Then we have encoder motor. Infrared sensor, color sensor, ultrasonic ranger sensor, wheels, cable connectors, screws, and chassis. That is the body. Chassis means the body. Okay. So this is the motherboard. Okay. So see the components, see the label of all the components on it. Is the main board. This is what controls that car. If I can call it a car, just like that. Or we call it a starter kit. So these are the list of all the components and items on it, Okay. Then we have infrared sensor. An infrared sensor is built into the front bottom of AI starter, which can recognize black line by judging ground control for automatic patrol. A 6-channel high-precision infrared peer tubes and 6 adjustable potentiometers are built into infrared sensors, which are used to adjust the distance detected by the infrared peer tube. Infrared sensors can detect track black line accurately. The detection range is 3 centimeters and the accuracy is 0.1 centimeter. What that means is, if you instruct that car that anytime it senses a black color, you should stop. So it uses those sensors to scan through. Is there any black line or black color around this place? Once it detects that, then it will carry out the instruction to stop. So that is how it operates. They use it for line sensors, just then ultrasonic sensors. These are just like the eyes, are built into the head of AI starter, which can detect obstacle distance in the range of 3 millimeters to 500 millimeters in front of AI starter. There are 3 in the AI starter: front right, and front left. That is 1 in the front. Let me show you the AI starter that we are talking about. Okay. All right. So look at in the front, there are like 2 lights there. That is the sensor we are talking about. Then when you look at the one on the left hand side, you will see it. Then there are 2 also. Those are the sensors that we are talking about, just for you to see it. The body means the chassis. Then you have the wheel. Then the motherboard is inside. All right. Just to let you know what we are talking about. So you see those lights, they come in 2 like that. Then color sensors. 2 color sensors, left and right, are built into the bottom of AI starter, which can recognize the color on the ground to execute different tasks according to the RGB properties of the detected color. The first sensor we talked about was line detector. It will detect a black line. This one detects color, and they are always 2. Okay. All right. So let's just, I'm going to send you some of these images so that you can just to know these things. I will send it to you. Don't worry. I'll send it to you so that you can have it and you can watch it. You can look at it so that it will help you to actually understand how it works, how it functions, and the component that make up that robotic kit. Okay, this is the how to assemble. All right. Okay, assembling the robot. Okay, this is the carton. This is the way it comes. That it comes like this AI starter. The price of this kit now, as at the time I bought it 2 years ago, was around 120,000. but only God knows, because of this dollar fluctuation, how much it will be now. But there are other lesser ones. For anyone that is interested, just let me know, so that you can always be informed, or you can be advised which one you can go for. But they call them educational robots, for you to start your programming. This one, it has the physical part, then it has the software part. Software part is the coding and the programming on how you can program and make this robot function. So there are two parts. It has the physical, these are the physical distance. So okay, all right, okay. So that means they said assemble the AI starter kit. So what I'm going to do is let me show you the video. We may just watch little about it because of our time. Then you watch the rest. You watch the rest on your own self, so that you watch the rest on yourself. Then when we discuss it in the class, when we come to the next class. So hold on for me. Let me bring up the video. Any question? If you have anything to ask, you can ask me as we move on. Hope we are learning. Let me hear from you. Are we learning? Are we learning anything at all? I can't hear you. Are we learning? Please talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, some people dropped some things on the chat. Let me find out. Okay. Yes, there is a group chat. Levi. Okay, there's a group chat. If you are not there, okay. Let me give you my number. So you chat me up after the class, because I've added all other people into the group chat. So if you are not there, 081 04383813. So that's my number. Chat me up after this class so that I can add you to the group chat. Yes, there is a group chat that is meant for us alone to share ideas. Okay, so I want us to watch how to assemble the starter kit. We'll just watch it for some few minutes, because it's I think a particular video is around so this one is 8 minutes. Okay, so those are the various components. These are the various components. So you will see how the man is going to assemble that now. That's the way it comes. the sonar light that detects the obstacle.
It is lagging, not moving.
Is that? Oh, the video is not moving. Sorry, let me check. And it's moving here. How about it now? Is it moving now?
It's a little bit better. Yes, it's moving now.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. Remember, these are the two color sensors. These are the color sensors. They are at the, you know, at the downward part. These are the, you see it, the color sensors. These are the color sensors. They detect color. So anything the robot is doing is what has been inbuilt into it. It's not a rocket science. It's not a magic. If you said go and bring a red handkerchief, probably you build a robot now. You said go and bring an handkerchief. If you bring the red handkerchief, because it can sense and detect the color. That's the capacity. Yeah. You know, this board here, this is the main board. That's the main board there, lying there. That's the battery casing that the man is holding now. That's the battery casing. That's the battery casing. It uses two batteries. This is the front. This is like the front wheel. If you want a directional wheel, you want it to go to the left, to the right. That's what, you know. That's the wheel. It can move, you know, in any direction. These are the connecting cables. All those black cables are the connecting cables. So when you are connecting the wires, you carefully put it in the right place. Sonar, these are sonar. Color sensors, yeah. Color sensors are two. Infrared is one. Infrared is underneath the panel. Yeah. Okay, those are the rotor, the wheel, the left hand side, you know, those two tires, yeah. You know, it has a rotor. finally is the last that will be on top of all of them. So it's trying to fix the tires now. Okay. Okay. Fixed one. It's fixing the second one. Okay. Wants to fix the battery now, and later the panel. Everything you have to do it carefully because so that you won't damage the board. The board is quite expensive, so it has to be fixed properly. Okay. Now, finally, the control board. Don't forget, that is where you have the microcontroller Arduino 2560. Like the processor that does the main work. That is, everything you want to program goes through that. So you'll be connecting, all those cables are on the board. You just look for the right one, plug it. You can't make any mistake because they have different mouths. So you can't make any mistake. You can't. All right. Okay. That is interesting. Hope you learned something there. All right. Okay. So we have about 8 minutes to go. We've been able to look at the components. And today we are able to see from where we started from today, looking at we first started with the components. We started here, components of a robot, and by now I want to believe that you are now familiar, and by the time you read further, you are familiar with the operation of a robot. What is responsible for what? It has input unit, it has arithmetic and logical unit, it has output unit. Then also there are control programs. Control programs, those are the software part that I will also introduce you to, though we may not go into that fully, but at least I have shown you how it functions. So we have input units, we have sensors. Robots contain majorly sensors, various sensors for its operation, to sense the light, to detect sound, to detect temperature, humidity, alcohol, gas, and all of that, speed, what have you. Everything a robot does has to be based on sensors because he's not a human being. And as human being, you hear words, you feed, you eat, and all of that. But it depends solely on sensors that works with the microcontroller to detect what is in the environment. From there, then passes the information or whatever you want it to do. So then from there, we move into AI starter sensors. I told you this car is what we call the AI starter kit. It is an educational robot for children in secondary school or primary school to learn how to program, how to operate a robot. That is the starting point. From here, you can move on to other advanced program. Then we have control units, and under the control unit, I told you what we have there. We have a microcontroller, Arduino Mega 2560. Then these are the output devices, light, buzzer, speakers, and the rest. We could see them. Then we have a so it's very critical that you just know the various parts of the kit. Then the AI starter kit itself, then we're able to go through all of the components that it has. That's the sonar sensors. It has the one that controls the color, the line color, and all of that. So the wheel and all of that. So, and from there we move on to the motherboard, the main board of the controller, or the central processing unit, if we might call it that way. So these are the various items that we have on it that controls it. So it is very fragile and is very efficient, and that's the most expensive part of the board actually. So infrared sensors, ultrasonic sensors, color sensors, and the likes. So then we stopped at lesson 4, that is how it is being assembled. So that was where we stopped. So I think next class we'll be going into the programming interface, how the programming interface is. So let me take a few questions before we stop tonight. Are there questions you would like to ask? Kindly do so now. Can you do so now? The assignment I'm going to give you, just like I said, I'll still post another video. That other one is more explanatory, more extensive. I think it's about close to 30 minutes. So ensure that you watch that video. Ensure that you watch that video. So I want you to talk to me now. Just tell me just one thing. Okay, we are 7 in the room. Just tell me one thing that you have learned tonight, probably that you don't know before or that you now know better. So tell me. Just on your chat, go there, and if you want to talk, go ahead and talk. So just for me to know that we are on the same page. Okay, the assignment I'm giving you is I'm going to send you a video to watch. So you watch the video, then you come back to share what you have learned in that video. I'm going to send you a video. So that's the assignment. So I want to hear from you. We have about 3 minutes to go. What are the things that you picked tonight? Hope you have learned something new. Who is going to write something? Nobody is writing and nobody is talking. Someone should talk. If not, we won't go tonight too. Okay, what AI can actually do? Well, it could be you can program it for learning. You can learn programming through it. That is, you can program it to do certain things. Okay, start, then move for 2 or move for 5 seconds, then turn right. After that, then go in circle, or you reverse back. You can is a way of learning coding. How do you program a robot? So you cannot program let me say a giant robot first, but they want you to, this is like the learning point. This is where you start your programming. So they now produce that robot or that car so that children always like playing with games. So they always like playing with games. So you can use it like you are playing with games, playing with robots to control it. Okay. So said, okay, the full meaning of AI. AI means artificial intelligence. AI means artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is how do you make a machine to function like a human being? How do you make a machine to wash your car or to sweep the floor, or to work like a security? Some of you came very late. I've shown them, some of the things, how many people were in the house when I showed you some of the robots we have. Okay, probably let me just take pain. Let's just do that in like 2 or 3 minutes to show you some of the robots that we have, just in probably one minute before we close to wrap up tonight. We have humanoid. Humanoid is in form of human being, but it is a robot. Okay, this is humanoid.
Do you like human beings? Hello, Sophia. How are you today?
Hello, everybody. I am Sophia.
How old are you?
I'm only one still. I have a long ways to go.
And what is your job?
I really want to make a difference in the future and try and help people to develop empathy and respect each other and robots alike. What do you do?
I'm a journalist. Have you met many journalists?
This is Sophia.
I just had a...
Sophia is an humanoid. That is a robot in form of a human being. So it can talk. So it has intelligence. They built it to have intelligence, to talk, to interact with human being, Okay, let's look at this also.
Fast revolutionizing how we study animal behaviors, as well as taking our understanding of these crustaceans to unprecedented levels.
All of these are robots.
In this video, we've detailed 20 amazing robot animals that will absolutely blow your mind. Number 20, robot dolphin. Now, just imagine walking into SeaWorld and being greeted by not only live animals, but by a pod of fast revolutionizing the field of biomimicry, the practice of imitating nature to solve human problems, and the endless possibilities.
So, a dolphin like that. You can what?
That come with studying and
You cannot see anything. You can't see anything?
See the animals. We can't see the animals.
Oh, all right. But did you see the first one? Did you see the first one I showed?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Ah, okay. Some people said no. All right. Wait, please.
Keep quiet, keep quiet.
Did you see this now? Are you seeing this? Okay, this is the one I played last. No. Okay, let me show you this one. Let's look at this. Can you see this screen now?
Yes.
Aha. This insect is a robot. And it's a drone insect. It has camera to spy. So look at it. Look at it. That's not an ordinary insect, it's a robot. So it's a robot. It has camera inside of it, as tiny as it is, and can travel kilometers and distances, you know. So this is what I showed them earlier for those who came in earlier. So robots can do anything, but this AI starter that we are talking about is just to introduce you to how robots function. That it has the physical part, the one that we have assembled, then the other side is the software part on how to learn how do you program a robot to act or to do a particular thing. You know, I sent something to the group chat today. I think I need to show you again of the project that some ladies did in a particular school. I think let me show that and we'll call it a day from there. Sorry, this system is behaving so funny. Hope you can see this now. See how school girls at FGGC Shagamu built an AI. What's this now? Built an AI called Kiki Sagi. You know, see the robot, see what they built. Girls. I think they say about 15 of them. So you can this what I'm introducing you to is to help you. We may not be able to master everything in this class, but to introduce you to the world of robotics, of what people are doing. I will still get some more examples of, little projects that some young people are doing around the world. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that robot. It can walk. Oh. You read this story. I posted it on the group. So try and read that story and see what it can do. So the person now said, I think they wrote it somewhere. Let me see where it was written. You can read out how it was done. They said robotics technology is the future. The advancement in robotics technology have been noticeable, from one sophisticated sensors and actuators to improve artificial intelligence algorithm. Robots are becoming smarter, more capable, indulged, and more adaptable. They can now navigate complex environments, perform delicate tasks with precision, and even learn from their experiences. So, moreover, collaborative robots known as cobots are gaining popularity as they can work alongside humans, enhancing productivity and safety in various industries. With ongoing research in robotics industry and development, the future of robotics technology looks promising. So it's my prayer that all of you will pick interest in robotics. And when you finish your SSCE, then you go and study probably mechatronics or, IT related that is, that has a flavor of robotics inside, because that is where the future lies, so that you can use it and you can become a program, you can become an engineer, you can become a director, you can quite a number of things that you can do, because it's also a wild field. So I pray God will be with you all. So for the rest of the week, the group chat is open. Hope you know. If you are not there, just chat me up after this class so that I can add you there. Then the video I'm going to post and other relevant videos, please make sure you beg daddy and mommy to watch, take time to watch it. We'll make it short so it doesn't consume much of their data. Watch it over and over again to understand what we have shared tonight. So I wish you all the best. God bless you and good night. If there is no question, God bless you.
Sir.
I'm with
Good
you.
night, sir.
Good night there. God bless you.